Stepping into a management role is one of the most significant milestones in a hospitality career. However, a job title only grants you formal authority, the power to give orders. It does not carry the weight of genuine respect. This creates a delicate transition. You are suddenly leading people who were recently your peers, or even your personal friends. You have moved from being one of the team to becoming the guardian of that team's professional standards. To navigate this change, you need a behavioral framework that establishes authority through action rather than through the organizational chart. We will apply this framework to one of the most difficult challenges a new manager faces: holding a former peer accountable for their performance without destroying the personal relationship. Without mastering this social contract, a manager is forced to rely solely on their title. This approach typically leads to operational friction and a staff that only does the bare minimum to get by. Authority rests on three pillars: competence, integrity, and consistency. Focus on consistency. In high-pressure hotels, guest demands change constantly. Your team needs fair, predictable decisions. If a manager is lenient one day and strict the next, staff lose focus, spending energy reading the manager's mood instead of prioritizing guests. By acting as predictably as the sunrise, you provide a psychological safety net. Former peers stop looking for the friend they used to know and start recognizing a leader they can rely on. Establishing this level of consistency frees your team from workplace anxiety, allowing them to focus their full attention on the guest experience. You can begin redrawing professional boundaries by being transparent. Acknowledge the change in your role during a team meeting, expressing that while your personal regard for the team remains high, your professional responsibility has changed. This scale represents the balance a manager must maintain. You need empathy to understand personal challenges, but your professional judgment must remain centered and objective. This helps you avoid the leniency trap, the temptation to go easy on friends just to keep the peace. Favoritism erodes a manager's reputation. If a team believes rules only apply to some, the manager's credibility with the rest of the department is lost. Respect flourishes when decisions are made with a fair mind. By treating everyone with the same professional standard, you prove that your choices are based on the needs of the hotel, not personal history. Servant leadership provides a visible, direct method for establishing authority on the floor. It is the practice of exhibiting the exact standards you expect from everyone else. This chart maps a leader's personal behavior to the team's output. You cannot hold a front desk agent to a standard of perfect punctuality or uniform compliance if your own behavior contradicts those rules. For example, when a manager steps in to help clear a sudden check-in rush, they aren't just performing a task. They are demonstrating that the guest experience is the highest priority. This action shows the staff that you are not above the daily work of the property. It signals that you are willing to share the burden of their most difficult hours. When a manager consistently prioritizes the team's success over their own comfort, they prove that their leadership is focused on the mission, not their ego. Over time, these actions build the foundation for genuine professional respect. Let's look at how to apply this to a difficult conversation. Imagine a staff member who was once your peer arrives 10 minutes late, assuming your friendship provides them with immunity from the rules. If you ignore this behavior, you signal to the entire department that punctuality is now optional. You must address the issue privately and professionally. Use this blueprint. Start with warmth. I value our history and your work. Then establish the boundary and the why. But as the manager, I need to ensure the whole team is supported. When you arrive late, it puts a burden on the others. Finally, coach a collaborative solution. How can we ensure you're here on time from now on? This formula corrects the performance issue while firmly resetting the professional boundary. You are mentoring them as a professional rather than scolding them like a child. Leadership moves beyond mere compliance. A successful manager builds a culture where the team follows the direction because they believe in the goal, not because they are afraid of the title. Without respect, authority causes resistance. Staff will only do the minimum required. Without authority, respect leads to operational chaos, where the team likes their manager but ignores their instructions. The balance is found here, in the overlap between being firm and being fair. This intersection is where you find a high-performing team. Hospitality leadership is a continuous journey of character development. It is about earning your place through your behavior every single day. By earning respect through consistent, ethical behavior, you create a cohesive unit that takes pride in its work. This ensures the hotel can maintain its service standards and professional reputation even during its busiest seasons.